You are all set, sir.
Thanks, James. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to call to order from the Anna Reynolds Elementary School Project Building Committee. It is a special meeting. It is Monday, 5/23, and it is 5:19. Jeff is not with us, so I will do the roll call. And Kim is still not with us, correct?
She just
No, I'm
joined.
here.
Oh, Kim is there. Okay, thank you, Kim. And did Mike join us by any chance?
Not yet.
Okay. Amy,
Here.
Jeremy,
Here.
Carol,
Here.
Danielle.
Danielle, thank you. Throwing a
Here.
mental blank there.
Here.
And myself, Steve Woods. So we're missing Mike.
Correct.
Okay. So we have a quorum, we can move forward. Our next item, I believe, is
Public
public
participation.
participation. Yep.
Yep.
James,
We
do
have
we have
nobody
anybody?
on.
Okay. And then I don't have the agenda in front of me, but I'm assuming the next agenda item is to review and discuss and take action on the GMP for the project.
That would be correct.
That is correct. So good news, since we have met last, everybody, that the budget actually has gotten a little bit better. I think Tom is here to present it to us. We now have a contingency, owner's contingency of 3.3%. So we're in a little bit better shape. Everything panned out. There was no big surprises as they evaluated the last round of bids, and it looks like we are all set to go to the council as long as you are all in agreement. I know I sent you a copy of that as soon as I got it from Tom a little afternoon, and I also sent you a copy of the value management sheet. Tom, if you are with us, I'll turn it over to you and you can
Sure.
hopefully share the screen and put that up.
Yeah, okay.
You're just going to put up the summary, correct?
Yeah, do you see the summary?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you received a little afternoon today. So this is the GMP summary. It's a listing of all the trade contractors and their bid values. And then after that, we have a total of 29.1 in trade costs. The only thing to note is from the last time that this was reported is that the electrical contractor on the rebid, Custom Electric, withdrew their bid. So we had to go to the next lowest bidder, which was VSC Electric. And we scoped them out today and they were okay. It did change the budget a bit. And then from the trade costs, we had our, general conditions, staffing, CM contingency, we've agreed to 2%. And as Steve mentioned, the value management came in line. We're now at 1.162 million in value engineering items. So our total GMP is 31,023,636.91. And that includes these alternates. Maybe I should just take a minute to go over the alternates. So back from the original bid, alternate one, the courtyard redesign was rejected because the whole thing got redesigned and rebid. The alternates 2 and 3 were the canopies. Those were deduct alternates and they were accepted. So we're not getting the canopies at the main entrance or the gym. Alternate 4 was to reuse the piping in EF wing, the under slab piping, that was rejected. Lou didn't think that was a good idea. And alternate 5 was a alternate to provide a building management system that was not interfaced with the existing structureware system. And that was approved by the town at a $92,000 credit. Alternates 6 and 7 are deferred. Those are alternates to apply an acrylic coating to the CMU walls and the corridors if they come out too rough. We don't know how they're going to come out until they start actually blasting the paint off of those walls. So we're holding those as deferred. That would have to come out of contingency if you want to accept it later on. So that's not in the total. Alternate 8, reduced courtyard scope. That's rejected because the entire courtyard has been redesigned without the playscape and without a lot of the other amenities that were in it. Same thing with alternate 9, reduced asphalt pavement section. That is now part of a base bid because it was rebid, because the site was rebid. Now the new alternates for the rebids are alternates 10 through 13. So alternate 10 is to provide 2-coat painted finish on all the aluminum frames in lieu of anodized finished. And that's being recommended to be accepted at a cost of $21,600. Alternate 11 is to accept the smooth metal panel in lieu of a ribbed metal panel, and that's a $77,640 credit. Alternate 12 is to change the ceiling transition soffit from a brake metal to a gypsum soffit, and that's a credit of $6,550. And alternate 13 is to provide type J insulating glass with security glazing film in locations indicated. And that was recommended to be accepted by the town at a cost of $34,920. So back to the summary. This little blurb down here will go away. This is the overall budget. When I actually present this as a document, this is just showing you where we are with the overall budget. So the total construction costs are 31 and change, soft costs of almost 3.3 million. And like Steve mentioned, we have an owner contingency now at 3.3%, which is 1,179,000, and that puts us right on budget. So what we're asking for this evening is approval of this so that we can present this to the town council for their approval.
Thank you, Tom. Questions for Tom? And if you could do me a favor and speak up because I can't see anybody.
I got you covered, Steve. First one with their hand up is Councilor Rada.
Okay, yeah, could you go back to the previous page, the alternates page? I just have one quick question. Alternate number 13, provide insulating glass units in locations indicated. Just if you could just tell me what the locations are.
So it's pretty much the exterior facing glass. So it's everything except for what's inside the courtyard. And it's, Jennifer, you can take over if I say something wrong, but just so you know that there are still the school guard glass at the entries. There's a CSG 5 rating at the main entrance, and the other entrances are CSG 4. So this particular alternate is to apply film to the rest of the glass, except for the courtyard.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Next is Ms. Rhodes.
So I came into this process kind of towards the end over the last couple months, and so I hear about the playscape. Will there still be, like, are we just going to reuse the other playscape? I want to make sure the kids have somewhere to play. I know it wouldn't be in the courtyard, but I know that there's one there. Does that stay?
Yeah, there's actually 2 playscapes that actually originally called for them to just remain. The one that got deleted was the added one in the courtyard.
Okay, thank you.
That is currently everyone with hands up at the moment.
Jen, do you see it? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, do you, Steve or Tom, do you want me to jump in with alternate number 11, which is the smooth metal wall panel, and talk about the colors?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt like that. I am going to share the screen, just a sec. We mentioned last time that that we had asked the contractor whether it would be additional cost or any savings, whether we were going to do one color metal panel or 2 colors of metal panel. So we mentioned at the last meeting, we would show a rendering of what 1 color would look like versus 2. So I have those images for you. Right now, the GMP that values that Tom was sharing is based on the 1 color, I believe, Tom?
Yes,
that
that's
right?
correct. If you look on the log that was sent earlier, it's item BE7, and the additional color is a cost of $18,950, and that's not showing as being accepted right now.
So one note about these images before I show you the different views is these, since we did this quickly since the last meeting, we did not update any of the site work here. So there's a stone wall that's a little different now and benches over here. So there's a couple of site related things that this rendering is not meant to show and has not been updated in that way. This is really for the purpose of showing the exterior facade and the potential of 1 color metal panel or 2 color metal panel. On this first image of the main entrance, you can see the canopy that was an alternate that wasn't accepted. The canopy is gone. So this is the main entrance, and this light gray color metal panel is above a precast band that runs to about, it's 3'4" high. About the same metal panel is used on the front of the cafeteria and above windows in some cases. This is precast down low again. So this is a view showing 1 color of metal panel, and the same view has shows us 2 colors of metal panel. This is pretty much what we showed you months ago, are the 2 different colors, the like terracotta color and then the dark color, to provide a different rhythm and break things up. That darker color is used up here above the windows in the cafeteria, above windows, and next to some storefront systems. So this is the 2 color version without the canopy though. And then this is the west wing of the building, the west facade. And this shows the 1 color, the precast band down below. And then what you saw months ago was a 2 color with the precast band down below. So if it's 1 color, it would be 1 color everywhere, all the elevations. I'm not showing every one of them, but these are good representations of what each of them would look like. So be either 1 color throughout or 2 colors throughout, similar to this.
Thanks, Jennifer. So the question to the committee is, do we want to spend another roughly $19,000? I think it's $18,950 or $18,995 to keep the 2 colors. It would come out of our contingency, so our contingency would drop from 3.3 to probably 3.2, 3.17. Or stick with the 1 color.
Councilor Rada,
Yes, Ken.
My preference would be the 1 color. I looking at both of them, I like that better than the 2 color, because now we've got at least 3, 4 different colors and shades. And for me, that seems more fragmented. I like the consistency of the 1 color.
Ms. Jervis,
I agree with Councilor Rada. I was thinking I actually like it better with 1 color, but I'm very boring, so. I wear all black every day. Like, I'm a pretty simple person.
Ms. Parati,
I actually like the 2 colors better. I'm partial to that orange terracotta color, but my question is, if we do choose 1 color, is this what you're showing on the screen the only option for that single color?
It is not the only option for the single color. We need to get the submittals from the contractor to make sure we know which metal panel manufacturer they are using. So actually these colors were based on the basis of design and the specifications, but there are a couple other manufacturers that we allow them to use because there are similar products that have the same performance as the basis of design. So I'm waiting to find out from the contractor which one that they used in their bid. And then we get a color chart and we can pick any, as long as it's not a custom special color, we can pick any of the standard colors from the manufacturer that was bid on. So we were thinking we'd steer toward these types of colors if we were doing one or two, but it isn't the final version. It really depends on what gets submitted to us, but there is a range from any manufacturer. There is a range. They all have whites and grays and like a terracotta. They all have very similar shades to pick from. And we would like to, when we do get submittals, I'm sorry, we would like to share those with you to show the final what our recommendation is for that final choice once we get the possible color selections, so that you guys can say, yep, that looks good to us before it gets purchased and installed.
Okay, Jeremy, one or two colors?
I think I like the one color. And if you go back to the other slide with the front of the school, it kind of, it's a little bit cleaner to my eye, I think. Kind of goes with the curbing and the sidewalks a little bit, and even the piers, believe it or not. So that would be my vote. I just think it looks good it'll look sharp if the windows are kind of solar tinted too. So there you have it.
Okay, Carol?
I prefer the two colors. I think the one color makes it very industrial looking, and it is an elementary school, so you want it to be, I don't know. I think you want it to be a little bit fun and not so hospital looking like. So I prefer the two colors.
Okay. Here's the problem. So we've got 3 and 2, right? 3 number ones, 2 number twos. I think I'm going to stick with the one color. So for now, the consensus is the votes are one color. So Jennifer, how long, or Tom, when will we be able to change our mind on that? Is it something that needs to happen right away? If we decided?
Yeah, pretty quick. We'll
That's
be
what I
getting
thought.
these submittals in, and obviously stuff has to be ordered, so.
Yeah. Okay. So let's stick with the one color.
Counselor Ratter has her hand up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kim?
well, my other concern, besides a particular preference for the one versus the two, is budgetarily, I'm thinking of our contingency amount and how that's shrinking. So that's another concern that I had in mind when I was making the decision.
And Kim, I'm right there with you. And what I would like to do is, as you can see, the canopy has gone in the front. I would like to get that back at some point. It's too soon to buy that out right now, but it's something that we can add definitely at a later point, not too far down the project. But I believe in the second summer of construction, if everything is going and tracking well, we should be able to get, if not the original canopy and another canopy, some sort of a prefab canopy, but get some sort of an overhang on the front of the building. I think that would be really where we should spend our money. And we can't do it right now, but hopefully within a couple of months, once we start tracking in a favorable position, we'll be able to add that. And I know the Castle Booze is looking at some different options to allow that to happen in the second summer.
Ms. Rhodes?
Yes,
I-
Danielle?
I do agree with Councilor Rada. It's, if we have extra money, I mean, yes, I like in the front, the single color. I do like the two-tone in the back better, but I think monetarily, we're better off saving that money for something like the canopy that actually functions as, a safety, a cleanliness, they're walking in, they're not getting like poured on, things like that. So I agree that it's a monetary thing, as well as my bad choice of any coloring.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Danielle. While we're on the money subject, I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know that I asked Tom to monetize this, and he did send me an email just before the meeting. And Newfield, in all the different disciplines that are out bid, all the different contractors that put prices in, when you do this, Newfield has selected allowances for each one of the trades. So there's an allowance in each one of their packages, some obviously larger, some smaller, but it's north of $400,000. I believe the figure is roughly $450,000. Now that money can't just be spent by the contractor. That money has to be authorized by Newfield. We're going to get extras. We know that they're going to get extras. There's going to be some things that fall behind. So what I'm trying to tell you is that every little time something comes up, they're not going to come to the owner's contingency. They're going to go to those allowances first, unless it's something we ask for. Then if we ask for it, then we're going to have to pay for it, and that will come out of our contingency. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable. If this was a new building, maybe I'd feel maybe a little risky moving forward with a 3.3% owner's contingency. But with an existing building, and we're not adding on to it other than one elevator shaft, I'm comfortable moving forward. And James, I sent you an email with a motion in it. Did you get that from me?
Didn't realize, but yes, I do have that there.
If you could put that up on the screen. And Tom, can I get the dollar amount again from you, the total GMP?
Okay, so it's the GMP value is $31,023,636.91.
600 and
636.91.
couldn't round it up to an even buck, Tom, here. Okay,
Well-
31 million. I'm just teasing, Tom. You don't have to respond. $31,023,636.91.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if somebody would like to make this motion that is on your screen.
I can do it.
Okay, Amy, go ahead. And when you get to the dollar amount, I'll read it in.
I have it here. I can.
You have it? Okay. Then just read the dollar amount.
Okay. The Anna Reynolds Project Building Committee hereby approves the plans, specifications, and project budget of $31,023,636.91 as presented, and refers them to the Newington Town Council with a recommendation that they also accept them.
Second,
Second by Kim.
yes.
Yes, thank you, Kim. Any discussion? Hearing none.
Ms.
All
Rhodes,
those in favor? Oh, go ahead.
you still have your hand up from previous?
Danielle?
It's all, sorry.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? Motion passes then unanimously. Thank you very much, everybody. It has been a long time getting here. I'm starting to get very excited now. One more big hurdle. Well, actually, two more big hurdles, Tuesday and hopefully Thursday. This will go to the council Tuesday night. James, you will get it to the appropriate members of the council.
I will create the additional agenda item packet for tomorrow for submission to them and acceptance during their acceptance of agenda tomorrow evening. And I know we've had that discussion about the Thursday. I haven't heard from the mayor or leadership on that as of yet.
Okay. And if you could let me know about what time you think we would be on the agenda so I can make sure that I can get on.
It will probably be a little bit later. They have an executive session prior, and then they'll get into their old and new business. I'm going to make an assumption around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
That's a rough estimate, but I do have your cell phone, I believe, so I can text you on that as well.
Okay. I'll have to take a nap. Any other business pertinent to the committee? I'm hearing none. Which are Amy and Kim were the motion. So I got to put some sort of notes together here for minutes. And we will move on to public participation.
We do have one member of the public. Chris is here. If
Okay.
you'd like to speak, I have unmuted him.
No need, James.
Hey, good afternoon, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to make sure that it cleared its hurdle. Chris Minor, 119 Revere Drive. I just wanted to make sure that I was moving on to tomorrow night.
It passed the small hurdle. The big hurdle is tomorrow night.
Very good. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That's all of our
Next.
public.
The next item would probably be, seeing I don't have it in front of me, but comments by members. Yep. Anybody?
Ms. Parati.
Just want to say
Yes.
thank you to everybody, all these numbers. It's a lot of work, and thank you for all of it. I'm super excited too.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, we'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Made
Second,
by Amy. Yep. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, we stand adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. I
Thank you,
appreciate
everybody.
coming out.
Take care.
Thank you.
5:47.
Tom, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Steve, is the
All right.
meeting in person tomorrow?